summer, so you know I care. But it's so cold, and I don't know where.
Rating white tees in my capsule wardrobe. I'm picky about what goes in my tiny closet, and tees are my most worn item, so here's what I think about my current mix. Skims Boyfriend Tee, 8 out of 10. I love the high neck, the loose fit, it's incredibly soft and more of a cream color. It does wrinkle pretty easily though. Lulu Studio Arbory Tee, 6 out of 10. This is a heavier weight, structured, so it's great dressed up. The neck is a little bit weird though, it doesn't always lie flat. I would say it's not worth the premium cost. Lululemon All Yours Tee, 9 out of 10. I had this in a higher lycra before and it does stretch out, but they made one in 100% cotton and I am in love. It fits perfectly oversized, it doesn't wrinkle, the weight is great, and the cotton should stand up to washing. A Goldie Rena Tee, 5 out of 10. I got this because I wanted something slightly more fitted, but I would not buy it again. Had it only 3 months and you can see a hole there. I wouldn't waste your money. And Young Maven Ojai Tee, 10 out of 10. This is the most cream colored of the bunch and it fits and drapes beautifully. It's cropped but not too cropped, it sort of grazes the hip, and the hemp and cotton mix gives it some weight, and I think it'll be in my closet a long time. And that's it. Let me know if you want more reviews like this and follow for more on small space living. Sharing a small space with a partner. It's one thing to live in a small space alone, but it's quite another to share it. Here's how my partner and I managed to share 400 square feet without murdering each other. 1. Talk about what matters most in your space and make room for it. My partner's prized possessions are his tech gadgets, so most of the storage here is for him. I, on the other hand, love clothes, so he was fine to give me the underbed storage for my jeans and sweaters. You don't have to split up every part of the home down the middle, but instead look for ways that you can respect each other's needs for the space. 2. Decide what your aesthetic is together. When we first moved in together, I was way more into vintage thrifted pieces than my partner. This is what my old apartment used to look like. We both agreed though that we wanted to enjoy Scandi and warm decor going forward, so we slowly started working in those items. And after several years of living together, we now have an aesthetic we're both comfortable with, which makes a big difference when we don't have the option of giving different rooms different decor themes. Lastly, agree on your maintenance tactics. For example, we both follow the one in, one out rule for most things. This really helps keep stuff from piling up, but it also keeps us from having to renegotiate spaces that we share because one of us decided to add more to the space than it could handle. And that's it. Follow for more on small space living. Rating tanks in my capsule wardrobe. My closet is tiny, so I've been working to curate a solid but minimal selection of tanks for the summer season. Here's what I think of my current selection. Aritzia Wilfred Adventure Tank, 9 out of 10. This is a ribbed crew neck tank with a cropped fitted silhouette and a lot of stretch. I've not been a fan of Aritzia's top materials lately, but this is an exception. It's held up to washes without pilling, and it's a great layering piece. Aritzia The Group by Babaton Foundation Linen Tank, 6 out of 10. Okay, I have a love-hate relationship with this tank. I love that it's linen and the neck is chef's kiss, but it cuts deep under the arms, which exposes my bra. I don't know if I'm meant to go braless, but that's not my scene, and it would be super see-through if I did. Everlane Air Muscle Tank, 8 out of 10. This is a rare black top in my collection, and it is relatively new. I like how light and breezy this fabric is, and the boxy fit feels modern. I took my regular size small in this, but I could have sized down as it's loose under the arms. Everlane Air Cami, 7 out of 10. So it's the same breezy fabric as the muscle tank with a deep scoop in the back and the front, and the hem also does a scoop, which is kind of nice. Again, I took a size small, but I could have sized down. I thought the silhouette seemed relaxed but elevated. It is a bit see-through though. That's it for now, but follow for more on small space living.
The other day, I saw this girl try this Plump It No Needles lip filler kit. Her results were insane. It looked like she'd gone to a spa and gotten a whole cc of lip filler. So the kit comes with the volumizing lip plumper, and then it also comes with the hyaluronic lip plumper. So you do the volumizing one, you let it sit until it's matte for 5 minutes, and then you put the hyaluronic lip plumping lip gloss over. So this is what she looks like. This is the volumizing lip plumper. Just apply it. Immediately, I feel a tingle, like a very strong tingle. Okay, I'm gonna let it set for 5 minutes until it's matte. I'm not gonna lie, the tingle is like kind of insane. Okay, the burn is real, no joke, but they're definitely getting plump. Okay, we're getting nice and plump. I'm gonna do a quick makeup look so we can tie the look together and see how it looks all done up. Okay, I put my light on and put a little bit of makeup on just so we can get the final results. And now I'm gonna plump it up even more with the hyaluronic lip plumper. There's definitely no doubt that this worked. My lips feel huge. As someone who's had lip filler before, this is exactly what I've looked like when I got out of the spa with like a whole CC. Wild. Okay, love ya.
I've received many requests for a tour of my 400 square foot apartment in Vancouver, so here's the full walkthrough. First up, we have the entryway. It's simple yet functional with some hooks for coats and bags, a mirror, and a storage cabinet for shoes. It doesn't hold that many, but I swap out my shoes each season. Next, we have the bathroom, which was fully renoed when we moved in. I have another video that goes into more detail about what's in here. Heading down the hall, there are 2 closets, both are tiny. In the first, we have more shoes, coats, and a shelf at the top with bins for hats and gloves. Moving down the hallway even further, we have our second closet, which is almost fully taken up with our in-suite laundry unit. It also has room for cleaning supplies and a spare set of sheets at the top there. And now we've reached the biggest part of the apartment. This is the room that has our kitchen, office, living, and dining area all in one. And there are lots of things to elaborate on here for other videos, but I'll just say that I focused on making this space cohesive by using light colors and materials while also grouping certain objects to create the feeling of zones. And last, we have the bedroom, which is literally a room for a bed. It's so small. I probably downsized stuff I had from this room the most, getting rid of my dresser and opting instead for these bins under the bed. We also have a tiny closet in here. The hanger bar is just 2.5 feet wide. So even though I love clothes, I keep a very edited wardrobe. Let me know if you want more videos on how I do that. And that's the tour. Follow for more on small space living. Rating jeans in my capsule wardrobe. You guys really seem to like my video about white tees, so I'm back again. Here's what I think about my current selection of denim. First up, we have Levi's dad jeans, 7 out of 10. These are a mid-rise with a zipper fly, relaxed waist, and a wider cropped leg. I love the wash and the fit at the waist. They're also really soft and comfy, but they wrinkle when they're folded. I just find that they're too cropped. I'm 5'4" with a shorter torso, so I'll be consigning these. Next up, we have the A. Goldie 90s jeans, 8 out of 10. I have these in white, black, and blue in various sizes, and they look great sized up or down. They're a raw denim, so a bit stiffer. They have a button fly and a relaxed straight leg. They're not super cheeky on the bum, so if you have a pronounced bum, don't expect a snug fit at the waist. Next, we have the redone stovepipes, 7 out of 10. These are also a high-rise button fly, a touch more stretch than the A. Goldies, but still that raw denim look, narrower in the hip and leg, and a cropped ankle. They're great, but I'm not reaching for them as much because they're fitted. Next are the A. Goldie crisscross, 8 out of 10. Obviously, these have an asymmetric button closure, which can take a bit to get used to. They're softer than the 90s. I find they stretch out a little bit, but I took my regular size and I'm okay with how they relaxed. They're surprisingly high rise, and they also have a wide and long leg that borders on too long for me, but I guess that's the style. Overall, they're super comfy. Next are the Jessie Cam 225s, 9 out of 10. These are the most expensive of the bunch, but they don't disappoint. Jessie Cam makes incredibly flattering pants at the waist and bum. Everything lies flat and fits just how I want it. The button detail is just so good, and the straight leg, and again, a little wider and cropped at the perfect spot under the ankle. And saving the best for last are the A. Goldie 90s pinch waist, 10 out of 10. I have these in blue, black, and also a lighter blue in 2 sizes up, and I think they look good in both sizes. They're my most worn denim by far. They go with every shoe, every top, just everything. And similar to the 90s cut, they're a narrower leg though, and they cinch in at the waist to close that bum gap. So if you have that trouble, these are the jeans for you. And that's it. I hope you found it helpful, and follow for more on small space living. Okay guys, the weather Small space hacks for entertaining guests. I'm Tina, and this is my tiny apartment. Here are some things I do to make entertaining guests easier. 1. Declutter tables and counter space. I'm likely to serve food or drinks to my guests, so the space will feel less crowded if I tuck away books, candles, and plants I usually have on display, and that frees up the space for food and drinks. 2. Rearrange the seating. The living room has the most existing seating, so I'd add to that. My dining stools can be shifted over, for example. I have a folding stool that I can double as a seat, and I also have these really neat meditation cushions I can use. 3. Simplify the food serve. Entertaining can be stressful if I've got a kitchen crowded with dishes on top of an apartment full of people, so if I'm serving a meal, I try to focus on a one-dish option, such as a curry or a pasta, so that the cleanup is easy and I can focus on my time with friends. Follow for more on small space living. Furniture designs to avoid in a small space. I've made plenty of design mistakes on the way to building a livable small space. Here are some designs I learned the hard way to avoid. 1. Pieces with angled legs. Angled legs can look nice, but they take up way more space than you'd think. The worst was this West Elm couch we had, which was impossible to move because the legs always got in the way, not to mention I stubbed my toe on it so many times. 2. Tall back seating. Couches and chairs with tall backing can shrink your surroundings and interrupt your space. We had this chair from IKEA, and while we loved it, it just felt huge in our tiny place. The one we replaced it with is lower to the ground and open up the space more. 3. Tables with corners. Corners on tables take up more space than round ones. Plus, when your table is in the middle of the room like ours, a round one doesn't interrupt the flow. Follow for more on small space living. My spring capsule wardrobe for a small space. I have a tiny apartment and an even tinier closet. Here's what's in my wardrobe for spring so that I have plenty of options without running out of space. 3 jackets, leather, denim, and this quilted jacket by Frame. 3 blazers, black, camel, and white. 3 button-ups, 2 solid and 1 striped. 3 blouses or dressier tops. A bunch of tees and tanks, mostly white. This is my most worn item, so I don't keep count, I just make sure they fit in this drawer. 3 skirts with various prints. 9 jeans. Okay, this is a bit excessive, but I do love my denim and I wear them almost every day year-round. And 6 sweaters in a mix of colors, weights, and styles. There's no magic number for a capsule, but I find this works for me. Let me know what's in your closet for spring and follow for more on small space living.
Started vacuuming, then mopping tap.
Small space hacks for storing gear. Like most humans, we have gear, sports equipment, camera stuff, musical instruments, you name it. So here's how we make it work in a 400 square foot apartment. 1. Prioritize location by frequency of use. We find our space is more livable when the things we use more frequently are easier to access. That means camera, tech gear, and video game stuff goes in bins a couple of feet away from our desk, while camping stuff gets tucked away in our unit in the building basement. 2. Think high and low. Lots of storage dilemmas can be solved by using space overhead and underneath things like beds and credenzas. We got these IKEA bins that fit perfectly under the credenza, but we also use this crevice atop our closet for more filming stuff. 3. Make tough choices. I'm not gonna lie, if you're downsizing, it probably won't be possible to keep everything. We were able to let go of some things by asking ourselves how much we actually use them, like old books. We also try to rent things like ice skates so we don't have to store them, and this helps us reduce our storage needs. That's it for now, but follow for more on small space living. My most used cookware. I save space in my 400 square foot apartment by curating a small but functional cookware collection. Here are some of my top picks. First up is the coated frying pan by Material Kitchen. This is a do-it-all frying pan. The coating gives it a nice copper tone on the inside and it's non-toxic, and I love that nothing sticks to it, not even eggs. The cleanup is so easy. I only wish it came with a lid. Next up is the perfect pot by our place. This is deceptively large. Honestly, it seems like no dish is really too big for it. We meal prep pastas and stir fries in it, and it works great. And it also comes with a wooden spoon with grooves that rest on the handle, and also a trivet that you can rest on the counter. The handles do get hot, but that's because it's designed for oven use too. And last is this Dutch oven by Stobe. It's a forever piece, and it made me feel like a real grown-up when I finally invested in one a few years ago. It's cast iron, so it really isn't going anywhere. There are grooves on the lid that actually help baste whatever you're cooking, so all of my roasts turn out nice and juicy because of it. I have talked about this one before. It is really a piece worth investing in if you're looking for long-term cookware. And that's it for now, but I hope this review was helpful, and follow for more on small space living.